Hi, Josh.
Hi.
Hi. How's everybody doing today? It is Thursday. We are at the end of May, and today we're going to talk a little Walking Dead and talk about a few things that happened on the page. Nothing major like we did the last talk we had. And then we had gotten some Entertainment Earth was gracious enough to send us two very cool Walking Dead figures. We have a 7-inch Ezekiel, and then we have the 10-inch Negan. And we're going to be giving away Negan, but we figured since it looks like we're really going to have to get Ezekiel out of this box, so we're going to end up keeping him, and he's going to end up joining our little family here. But first and foremost, let's talk about, we're not going to go too deep into the TIE Fighter issue. We have had multiple conversations about that with some of our community, and we've also been, we made a whole video of it that you can watch on YouTube. But we did have a couple of interesting things that happened to us.
Follow-ups.
Follow-ups, yeah. So first up, I actually became a meme in search of for the TIE Fighter. So that's a first for us. I don't think we've had...
No, we haven't been memed before.
No, I keep expecting something for Team Evan to show up. And that's what I was expecting.
Free Evan, hashtag Free Evan.
Yeah, and then unfortunately I didn't put the extra pictures into the video or have them ready for today, but MJ kept texting me if only I could get my head inside the TIE Fighter, which was another funny one, so we shared
Can
that.
I get my head in this?
Exactly. So we'd like to thank Jeff Nobes for sharing that image. That was
yes.
We had a good laugh about that, and we were definitely thought that was funny. Now the other thing that happened was we had mentioned, what do you do with the giant TIE Fighter? Now unfortunately it's up high here today. We have it up on the shelf. You can't see it, but somebody suggested make it into a table, and like an end table or a coffee table or something of that nature. And then we were sent this picture.
It's over there.
It's already up there. Who
Frank
created
Joseph.
it? Frank Joseph.
Frank Joseph, shout out.
Yes.
He made the table.
He actually made it into a table.
Which I think is, I again, because it was my idea, I think it's a great idea.
I think it's really cool, and you know, I could see it being a bookshelf.
Yeah.
In some ways, like your Star Wars books across the top, you know, fits right in there. And maybe you could even do like a little like army of stormtroopers, you know, all standing there, you know, in a row or something like that.
Well, actually, our West Coast junkie, Josh, is going to do the review for that really cool lightsaber.
Oh, yeah.
I can see a nice little lightsaber sitting on top. One or two of them.
Yeah.
You know, maybe not Kylo Ren's because of the 3-prong.
Yeah, and the whole killing your father thing. It's
Yeah,
like
well,
it's a little...
I mean, who cares about that?
Spoiler, in case
For the movie in
you've been
2015.
in a hole for the last
Hey,
6
hey, you haven't seen
4 years?
You haven't seen The Last Jedi yet, right?
Yeah, but that's on purpose.
Yeah.
Just like Justice League.
Yeah, I'm Justice Leaguing Jedi.
You just don't have 2.5 hours to dedicate yourself to watch another movie.
Another Team Evan in the comments.
What is with the Team Evan?
I haven't seen it come.
God, I think Max, his girlfriend, has her own account.
She's
But
got
it's
like
a
4.
Dude. It's like a dude. She just
got-
goes in there and it's just
She's
like
really Raoul.
Team Evan.
I haven't seen any comments.
I'm looking at it right
Are
here.
you on the right one?
You're on the wrong one. You're
on the
incorrect.
Yep.
So we can talk Walking Dead news? You want to talk Walking
Yeah,
Dead
let's
news?
talk about Walking Dead news. So it came out in the news, multiple sources, but Collider was the first people to report it, that Andrew Lincoln will now exit the show sometime during season 9.
What do you think? Early, middle, late?
I don't know. They said he's going to appear in a handful of episodes.
I think it was 6 is what I read.
So, yeah.
So what's a normal season now?
Exactly. Like, what, 13? He'll be in the first half? Or the way this show works is, if you've watched it as long as some of us have, you can have a whole episode wrapped around one character, and 5 minutes may have passed for the rest of the group. So him being over 6 episodes, and that's kind of like normal, right? I mean, unless it's a major, like, you know, we're attacking another town or something.
Yeah, but it's also Rick.
I've given...
It is.
I gave up, I think, like 2 seasons ago. Walking Dead has turned into the worst part of Lord of the Rings, because every season it's just them walking to some place. They get there, mess it up, then they walk again. Like season 1, 2, even 3 in the prison was good TV.
God.
Then it's like we're gonna walk to Extremis.
Right.
Then we're gonna walk again. And
part of it for me is the fact that I don't think any real time, and I wrote this when we did the write up of it, is that no real time passes Like,
Yeah, well, it's like a year and a half. Like, what is it? Almost 2 years or
yeah,
something.
Carl goes from this little guy to
Carl!
this little guy, and it's
Carl!
more like, yeah, 6 or 7 years has passed for the actor, but as far as the kid himself, I mean, does he have the mental capacity of a 12-year-old, but he's like the size of an 18-year-old? It's little things like that, and Maggie has literally been pregnant for, 3 years? To us, her husband, Glenn, died 3 years ago. To her, it could be last week. We have no idea. And that's a thing that really has bothered me about the show. And there's other just leaps in logic sometimes. You're like, if you're living in this world, are you really going to give people a second chance? No. You're not going to give
Okay,
somebody
but see,
a
here's
second
the
chance.
difference between Team Bob and Team Evan. Evan is asking to be murdered and robbed, and I can't even continue down the path because of we keep our show clean here. But that's what happens to Evan. You walk up behind somebody, cap them, steal their ammo, their food, and you move on. It's the difference in people. But all right, so he's dead. 6 episodes. Can it last
I
without?
don't know if
Rick?
he's gonna die. He might leave.
What, you're just not gonna know what happens to him? That's
No, maybe
not.
he just walks off.
See, that was the thing.
He walks.
That was the thing they
He
did
walks
with,
till he dies. He's Walking Dead.
They did that with Carl in the
We're
comic.
all the Walking Dead.
Carl left. He just left because he wanted to go off on his own. And
Maybe he goes after
they killed
Carl.
Carl in the series, so you could have had him go off and leave, and you could have had him come back.
You think him and Michonne, or are they not? I don't know. It's been a while.
I don't know. I can see it lasting one more season with Norman Reedus. He gets a great $20 million, paycheck.
I love the non-comic book character is the last one. I saw a great meme where it was Carl and Rick on a boat and the Titanic sinking that just said The Walking Dead, and it was just Norman Reedus just on the boat waving, like guys, no, it's going down.
I don't remember if it was season. I think it was season 7. It was when they came back and Negan was going to choose to kill somebody. Is that season 7?
Yeah.
I'm watching my brother watch this episode for the first time, and it's just seeing him start fuming, just getting angrier and angrier throughout the whole episode
because it was forever to get to
the first 30 minutes is the last 30 minutes of the last episode, and then it's just Rick's
Yep.
crazy eyes for 12 minutes of it.
Yep.
And it's just things like that kill a show.
Mm-hmm.
If it's not smart. That's the problem with the beginning of The Walking Dead, the show, was that most of the characters weren't intelligent people, but they weren't written intelligently. Like they're like, oh, we need them to be in a problem right now. Lori does something stupid.
Right.
My
Like,
favorite.
what are you supposed to do?
My favorite thing about the first couple seasons, and I don't remember what I was watching that pointed this out, but that Shane, that character, he touches his head in watch
it does
a supercut.
the head
He's
rub.
always
he does
grabbing
the
his
head rub.
head,
He goes like
his
this.
face.
The head rub.
He's always doing something.
It was difficult for me to watch him as the Punisher on Netflix because I just kept waiting for him to do the head rub the whole time.
I'm almost willing to go back and do a drinking game where every time he touches, every time they walk or he touches his head.
Yeah. And another thing with television shows, 7 is the lucky number. That's the magic number.
Yeah, we're going to go to syndication. Let's get there.
3 seasons is syndication.
I thought it was
100 episodes.
You make
100
it
episodes.
Okay, well they did that.
Yeah.
But once you get to 7 seasons, you're done. Like unless you're Supernatural, where you just keep going. You just keep going, or you're Friends, and you just need that $1 million an episode because you know you want to retire on it. But it's time. 7 is it. Star Trek: The Next Generation did it with 7. Deep Space Nine, I think, went on a really good
7.
note. Yes, 7.
7.
Monica said it.
Nice. Well played.
I don't want to be in the frame for that.
All right, so we got a Team Evan. We got Best Rick action figure, TV version or comic version. I'm partial to the TV version because I started watching the show, then went back and read the comics.
Oh, okay. All right.
So I never started with the comics.
I did. I started with the comics. So
I played the game from Telltale, then I watched the show, then read the comics.
Yeah, I think you probably turned, 12 when the show came out?
No. I was in high school.
18? I was at least in high school.
I was allowed to
a
watch
freshman.
My mom let me stay up late that night.
Raul said LOL since he's Team Evan.
He is more than Team Evan.
Shauna said hello. Hi, Josh. Sup, fellas. How you doing, Josh? If you guys want to have a conversation, I'll read it. That's fine.
We'll just talk.
Hello, Primo the Clown is here. Sure, Primo.
Hi,
What's
Primo.
up?
Wow, Primo, the clown.
Hi, Primo. Shauna, hi. We got like a whole little.
Yeah,
if
they're
you guys
talking-
just want to talk about, I'll grab a chair. You guys discuss Walking Dead, and I'll read it.
Wow.
Yeah, I think Walking Dead is almost done. I love it, but it's needing to end. Raul said Monica, LOL.
Monica.
He doesn't say Team Bob, but I'll throw it in there just for you. And haven't watched since Merle died. And Frank said, hi, guys. So,
Hey, Frank.
my other favorite thing
This
about...
This is the Frank that made the table.
Oh, is it? Frank?
Yeah, Frank,
We gave you a shout out. Go ahead, throw it up. Frank just joined.
Frank on the table.
He's the one with the Starfighter table. Starfighter?
TIE Fighter.
TIE Fighter, there you go.
The last star. TIE Fighter.
A movie Evan hasn't seen. What was I going to say? I love the fact that supposedly that The Walking Dead is set in the same universe as Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
Because of
Breaking
the
Bad is
map
supposed to be
and
earlier.
and the car. And I dig that.
Yeah.
I love those little kind of nods.
Do you guys think that the shows Fear the Walking Dead and The Walking Dead will...
Well, the timelines are different, aren't they?
Well,
But they could catch up?
here's the deal. The Walking Dead's ratings are dropping, and Fear the Walking Dead's ratings are kind of going up a bit.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking they'll just go until it plateaus, and then just merge it. You got
Right.
Fear the Walking
I
Dead,
didn't catch up on that one.
Sans Rick.
I actually did enjoy Fear the Walking Dead.
Yeah, I couldn't
Well, they
stand
brought
it.
the guy. They brought Splinter, the guy with the bow staff, over in the Fear.
Rennie James.
Sure.
I think is his name.
So he's
Yeah.
now over with the other guys. So, I listen. I'm excited to open these.
Yeah.
I think the Ezekiel figure is really cool, but I didn't love. This is also this is shaved face Negan, right?
Yeah.
So
I
this
was
is
a little
newer.
surprised by that.
This
yeah.
is newer season because that's the most recent of the seasons, right?
And I looked at this Ezekiel actually when I was looking for an image to put into the show today, and it's fairly close to the design and look of the comic book version. Like it's a really like mirrors each other, and you can tell just by the little bit of the coloring and stuff and the face which one is the toy and which one is the movie. I mean the TV show, despite all the packaging and things. So
James Sanchez says, this is my first time here. Frank says, thanks, guys. James says, I'm friends with Mike Mundy from The Walking Dead. He plays a dead person. That's got to be fun.
Well, it's talk about work like every week, and you get redesigned. And the woman who plays Michonne, Danny, I don't remember her last name off the top of my head. She said she's actually gotten to the point where she can tell the actors who play the zombies by their eyes.
She seems like one of those people.
She knows. She's like, oh, is that you? And like she'll know it's them. Like right after they kind of do the green screen sword to the head.
Jeremy says I watched the series first and then started reading the comic. I think for. And I read a lot of comics. I think a lot of people, though, because Walking Dead was more of a smaller. I mean, it was a big property.
It wasn't a big thing,
but it wasn't. It's not a DC. It's not a Marvel.
No.
It was at most comic book shops, but And also, I'm not a big. I love zombie movies, but I'm not like a horror subgenre comic book reader.
Well, that's what I liked about the series because you watch Dawn of the Dead or Day of the Dead. And you get through that story, and then you wonder, well, what happens next? And maybe there's a sequel, but for the Romero trilogy, there really isn't. He just picks up at different points and when it happened, in the middle of it, and then moving on to when there's hardly anybody left. But in The Walking Dead, it kind of goes, what do you, it's just the saying, what do you do when you don't have TV? You have hours of time. You don't have the internet. How do you live day to day, and how do you survive?
When when the show shifted less from having to survive from the zombies and more to really just having to survive with the humans,
right?
Oh.
I liked the dynamic shift at first, and then I was like, can we just kill zombies? Like, can I just see Rick out there with one knife taking down 100 zombies?
It's like The Stand, Stephen King's Stand. I love the book as society crumbles, but when society starts rebuilding, I'm totally bored.
Yeah.
And you're like, yeah, we're all going to be rotten to each other, and it's just going to be exactly
because
the same.
that happens. The worst of the worst is happening.
We should get to these toys.
Yeah, we should. Well, hold on. Let's just catch up real quick. Jeremy said, could Negan and Daryl run the show once Rick and Maggie Maggie leave? I think Lauren Cohen wants to.
Yeah, she's
Russell
out.
too.
She's definitely out.
Yeah.
Russell said, what's up? Just shared. First episode of Fear was like blah, but after a couple I fell in love with it. And Russell said, sorry, but Walking Dead has jumped the zombie shark.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Now, is that the same shark that fights the zombie in Zombie? Think about that. All right, so whatever. So let's get to let's open some of these things.
Oh, you know what? I forgot to put up our name tags. Did you put them in here?
I did put them in there. By the way, these were our names, in case you're wondering.
Yeah, we had somebody ask.
MJ just got a phone call, so he stepped out for the second. But somebody asked last time, so I'm Bob, and this is Evan. Yep. And then MJ is usually here, but he's on the phone right now. So anyway, we're going to continue on. As we had mentioned earlier, we had gotten the Negan and the Ezekiel from Entertainment Earth. They were gracious enough to send these to us. So we're going to open both of these up. We're going to, take a look at them. We're going to keep Ezekiel, but we're definitely going to give away the Negan. So we're going to put him back in the box, slide him away, and the shipping will be on us. We'll even include an AFJ t-shirt. But we also have 2 extra figures to give away today. So MJ is back.
These will all be given via trivia question if you can answer first in the comments.
So
via trivia.
So we can do the first trivia question. Let's do the first trivia question.
We giving something away? What are we giving away first?
We're giving away. So we're going to start with, we're going to give away Police Officer Michonne. Now this is, I believe, one of the 375 4-inch figures. This is one of the smaller figures. But she is in her full garb. You can see the picture right there. It's blocking my face right now. We're going to be giving that away. So you have to be the first person to give us the correct answer in the comments. And that's how we judge who wins, because it's, we're on a minute delay. So let's do the trivia question. And the trivia question is, in the comics, what was the first issue that Michonne appeared in? The comics. And I'll get into why I'm saying the comics later. In a little bit. So, you're going to monitor that. I think you can take it down. I think that's pretty good. So let's get into let's do Ezekiel first. Thank you. I was going like my brain was saying biblical name, and for some reason it wasn't connected. I think I was thinking of Zacchaeus.
I think he was one of my favorite. Edgar says 118.
No. Oh, this is interesting. So, first of all, let's do the packaging. It's down there. So we're going to do the packaging first before I get too deep into it. So I like the fact that this is easy to store. We can just slide these in, also easy to ship. Plus, we also have we have the character here on the back.
Edgar says it's 19. And that is correct.
Edgar.
Boom.
You are correct, Edgar. So we're going to send you, we just went and got her. She's right here, and we're going to send this to you. We're also going to need your t-shirt size, and Evan will be in touch with you.
Hashtag Team Evan.
Hashtag
Team Evan.
# Team Evan.
I like that he comes with a little stand, so we'll get into that. And
well, did you talk about the, I'm sorry, I commented late. Did you talk about the boxes? Because they have the open top, which I love.
This is something that McFarland had mentioned to Evan and I when we were at Toy Fair.
His name was also Evan, which is a great name.
We have this extra bit of open top, and it's plastic there, but the light enables the light to come down when you're looking at it, if you have it on display or if you're looking in the store, and it can actually highlight more of the paint and more of the details. We've seen this on a lot of McFarland figures.
I really like this new packaging.
Yeah, and they're starting to do it on a few things like here on the side as well. So like we've seen some vehicles from Hasbro already. If there's a figure in it, you're getting that extra bit of plastic that you can see through into the side of it to give you more color on the figure. And in the long term, if you never take him out of the box, he's actually going to hit some light. So kind of like that too. So it's a really cool box. It is a 12+ toy. So, I guess really it's kind of an adult comic, you could say. It's more for the... but how many kids do you know watch The Walking Dead with their parents on a Sunday?
So does the blade go inside of the
I think it does.
That's
yeah,
cool.
It does.
So, and I like that it goes separate. Let's do the smell test.
Yeah, that's a McFarland toy.
Woo! Whoa, yeah.
Yeah, they have a certain type of smell.
You get a nice little marker high off of this guy. Like, I'm over in the corner huffing toys.
You smell that?
What's wrong with MJ? He's huffing toys.
Huffing toys.
I've been trying to find that shirt like everywhere. I wasn't able to
find
it. That shirt? Yeah.
The Hawaiian shirt.
Yes, nice. You are the short sleeve button.
You do, man. You love the Hawaiian shirt.
I was trying to find it.
All right, so we got this plastic piece on here. Got all this little twist stick.
James says if we message him, he could give us an autographed picture of Primo the Clown. So Evan,
I'm a little scared on that.
Evan's gonna message you, and if you give us an autographed picture, we got a shirt and a sticker for you.
Oh, wow.
Oh, don't hurt him. Don't hurt him.
You're gonna pop his head. You know what McFarland doesn't do, other than maybe the new Spawn? You don't see a lot of alternate heads.
No, and with the Spawns too, there's so many different versions of almost the same Spawn. So, okay. We've got, as far as accessories goes, we have his cane, which is a sword cane. I'm gonna hand him to you, and we have an extra hand. I'm not sure what the extra hand's for.
I mean, I gotta tell you, the face sculpt on this is unbelievable. Can you go ahead? The face is great. The hair detail, I mean, it looks like dreadlocks. And then you got this nice little feather in the back. This is a really... I don't collect these figures, but I gotta tell you, for what it's worth, this is a really sharp... Hold on, let me just get his legs right. No ankle pivot, by the way. You know what? Maybe that's why the stand's there. Nice sword went in there.
Yeah, I almost expect him to start spouting
Maybe to come in from the top.
Doug was saying, "Hey guys, what's your take on Jamie Foxx taking over Spawn?" Bob, you had a piece on that, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. We put it up, and I think it's really good. Well, he's an Academy Award-winning actor. I mean, but then again, there's some people who have won that award and are terrible. But he's a versatile actor. He can do funny. He can do serious.
Oh yeah.
He can be an action. He's been in some action-type movies. I wouldn't say he's an action star, but I mean, he was great in Baby Driver.
He's great in Bad Boys.
Yeah. Was he in Bad Boys?
No,
That's
I'm just messing with
Martin Lawrence.
I was going to try to trick Evan.
So I think it's a boom for McFarland because he wants to direct this film. He wants to totally self-produce it.
It's all his own money.
Yeah.
But here's the thing and again, I personally, I think Jamie Foxx great. I like his acting. Yeah, has he been in some misses? But who else really were you going to get to play? But according to what I read prior to this, when McFarland was just talking about the script in this movie, you're not going to see Spawn a lot in this movie. This is supposed to be a detective movie with Spawn going like in the shadows and in the background of scenes. So it's not going to be an action-heavy Spawn chains and cape. I think he figures I think the budget's like $10 or $12 million from what we read, right? Mm-hmm. So I think he puts 10 in, maybe another 10 or 20 into promotion. He makes a $30 million movie. If that thing does 60 to 100 million, not only did he bankroll it, a real studio will put the money up next time and let him helm it. So I think that this first movie is really just get a taste, just a sample of Spawn.
And Fox brings a credibility to the production. No offense to Michael Jai White, but Michael Jai White is not a name. Whereas in Fox, I know who that guy is. He was Ray. He was in Collateral. He was in Baby Driver. Jamie Foxx brings an audience. He brings clout. He brings, maybe somebody's willing to say, hey, you know what, Todd? You're going to fund this movie yourself, but we're going to release it. And because you got Fox, we have a little bit more faith, even though it's your first time directing. So there is that extra element to it. So he's got a star. And if the star, and it looks like from the pictures that he posted on his Twitter this week, looks like the two are pretty much in sync about how this is going to go down. So, and for Fox, it's a chance to play a superhero.
Yeah.
And there aren't many, Black Panther, and there's not that
Green
many.
Lantern, but he's not going to get a Marvel movie.
Well, if we would see John Stewart in a Green Lantern movie, I think it would be
or
great.
DC, jeez.
And maybe...
Is this can I put in like a sarcastic boom?
Boom. Maybe with Jamie Foxx being a black superhero in a film, maybe we're going to see some more. Because Black Panther, I'm sure everybody's scrambling to say, who else can we do? Because the market was there.
Yeah. Now, what about, last question before we get back to the
Ezekiel.
The clown. Who plays the clown? Because I'm just putting Josh Gad in everything today.
I'm saying you bring back John Leguizamo.
Just let him do it twice.
Bring it back.
And somebody said in the thing, you got to bring back Michael J. White. I think he should be in there. Just
I think he should be, even if he's a detective.
Yeah, he's a background detective. Spawn. It's like a nod.
Even if he plays the big demon bad guy. I don't even know their names. Yeah, that guy.
That guy.
Something with an M.
That guy. Let's see. Jeremy says he just started his Walking Dead. Doug said, but he's extremely racist, like his interview for Django. I always think of Jamie Foxx's comedy, Jeremy said. James said, hello there, hello.
Hello.
They need to do a movie based on the old animated Spawn series. Jay White is known back then, not so much now.
Yeah.
Other way around.
Well, he's also a martial artist, so I mean, he could do a lot of the physical part of the film itself. But I think if Jamie Foxx is that kind of entertainer that he is, I think he'll just adapt to the role.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't say he learned to play the piano for Ray. He already knew how to play the piano for Ray.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's a singer. He's a talented guy.
He's an entertainer. And there aren't many of those guys out there anymore that can sing, act, do it all.
Realistically, the last one that you probably know of would be going back in the day. We're talking Sammy Davis.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a actor, singer from the past.
You could say the Wolverine is a singer dancer, and
that's true.
So there's.
Jeremy was saying he wants a new Blade movie and Danny DeVito for Clown.
Yeah, okay.
Wow, Danny DeVito for Clown would be that. I like that idea. Yeah. That's a good idea.
And you're gonna get a new Blade movie, that's for sure. Just wait. They got to finish the whole arc of the space, which is going to be Phase 4.
Yeah.
And then don't worry, they're going to give you monsters. Yeah. That'll be the next thing.
I think we're going to go dark with the Marvel movie.
We're going dark.
And I think that Venom is probably, if it's successful, is probably going to push that.
Back to this guy.
Let's go back to the Blades of Ezekiel. I love this sword. This thing,
it's nice.
It's an awesome, as we have it spinning here, this is a really cool figure. I mean, I think Ezekiel as a character is very fascinating, especially on the show, and that's the Ezekiel we're dealing with here. But when this character first showed up in the comics,
oh my god,
I was just like, this guy is a freaking tiger.
Yeah,
and even Negan says that, like, a tiger, and he starts laughing because it's just like, that's the point in our world that we're at, that some guy can have a pet tiger.
It's also that he brought back like knighthood and all these. You have these people riding around on armor on horses with swords.
He gave people something to believe in that they it's almost a step backwards in our culture, but it was something that everybody knew what it was and could believe in it.
And I think you gotta say, well, first, again, thank you to Entertainment Earth for giving this to us to review.
Yeah.
But McFarland's figures,
you can put that
they are next level. They're not nearly as collectible as your Marvels and your Mattels, but you got to remember that McFarland Toy Company is McFarland's company.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a board of directors. He's not a conglomerate. They finance these toys themselves. And at the, $20, $25 price point that this figure is, there's not another $25 figure on the market that you're going to get that has that much detail in the accessories, in the coat, in the hair, in the face. Even your $20 Marvel Legend is just, it's not there.
They used to do this now. I was trying to explain to Evan, because we just posted our 10 weirdest Spawn toys. And I was going through and I was, WTF on a lot of these toys, because I remember when they first came out and I still didn't know who these characters were. But, something McFarland has always done is they've always managed to put on a jacket that you can actually, peel back the layers. And the clothes go all the way around. My first figure from McFarland that did that was Burnt Spawn. And that was from the movie. And I think I got him for on sale for $3. And then I made my first Darkman figure out of him. But I love the fact that I could take the coat and change it. But, it's a whole different style of plastic.
Shirt, pants.
Than this is. And even the feather, it's not going to break. You can actually move it with your finger. And you're right. The hair is, the hair is amazing.
Just get close up again on the...
Yeah. Too close. Here we have the feather here in the back that I was just mentioning. This is, this is fantastic.
When you pop off the accessories and just give those a little highlight.
And then here we have the sword cane. It's got, is that a moose or a lobster?
It's like a
moose's head. I thought it was a lobster.
What? Yeah.
It could be a lobster, but we're pretty sure it's a moose's head.
It's a moose, probably.
And then this, of course, goes right into the hilt of the sword. Or, ding. So you have your walking stick cane, the sheath. But again,
awesome detail.
Awesome
he
hands.
should come with his tiger. Needs the tiger for sure.
That was my first. The first thing I said when I saw him. I was like, they're gonna put the tiger out, right?
Maybe that's the exclusive. Well, McFarland. Since we're on McFarland, I'm looking forward to the exclusive McFarland Stranger Things. You're gonna get the Ghostbuster kid, the kids in the Ghostbuster outfits, which I believe is a GameStop exclusive, and their San Diego Comic-Con, I think I just read, is going to be Barb.
Oh, yes.
So we're going to have to get that on the list on Action Figure Junkies.
Yes, on the page, Junkies, we've been doing a full-on Comic-Con exclusive list. We're just going to keep adding to it as we get closer and closer. Now, I think for some of the bigger announcements...
like maybe Hasbro,
like they
Mattel.
usually put out a group all at once. They're not teasing like some of the smaller companies are, which is fine. But at the same time, it's like, we'll put all the Hasbro ones out at the same time. And then we'll add it to the list. Trust me, it'll be easy. But, we move back to Ezekiel here. I think it's a fantastic figure. I mean, it's not something I would have gone out and buy, but to sit here and look at him, I mean, he's going in the display. He's a great figure, and I think you're right. I think, have they done any? I haven't really had any chance to do any animals, so I could see the tiger coming maybe with like a zombie 3-pack.
Yeah,
because that's spoilers. The tiger does fight some zombies, and I think that would be the perfect thing to include, and maybe even like a head with a gnawing on.
So he's a 7-inch figure, and then you could even throw him up. So it's a nice little display figure for sure.
Well, I was trying to convey this to Evan, and this figure is just more proof of this. That Evan was born the year they started making Spawn toys, and McFarland raised the bar for everybody, and I think that bar is still very, very high. And I think only now are there some, and there are the Fig Arts and the Hot Toys and that, but I'm talking about the toys that you can buy in toy stores. What's left of those? And the department stores like the Hasbro's.
Toy store?
The Hasbro's. They're catching up to this finally.
Jeremy is agreeing with you, saying McFarland did detailed figures first.
Yeah, they did. He did. And some of those early figures were a little, you didn't really want to take them out of the box. Sorry, Todd, but I was one of the guys who was getting them returned to me on a daily basis and saying, the arm fell off of Freddy here, The movie Maniac line, loved it, never took it out of the box. I still have 2 or 3 that I'm afraid to take out of the box. But these figures, and this one has great joints. I mean, we were messing with him. I got him doing this little weird pose thing right here. It's a fantastic figure.
So Gary says he thinks the sword is an eagle.
It could be. It's just really tough.
Pretty sure I remember that from the...
Yeah. It's just funny how small...
it's a bird.
Yeah, it's a bird, but it's got these weird things in the back that kind of look like...
Wings?
Yeah, I guess they look like wings. It could be a crab, it could be moose, but it's probably an eagle, which is, I think that's
Makes
proper.
sense.
I mean, there's probably a Entertainment Earth buy your own. Yeah. Like they always have weapons and stuff. Or there's a Factory Entertainment, there's a lot of weapons.
So James said, I always wondered, what are your guys' thoughts on the WWE toy line? We'll get back to that. Raul said, son of Jor-El, kneel before Zod.
Kneel before Ezekiel.
And Forrest Clark said, what's the giveaway? We already gave away a Michonne. We've still got a Carol to give away.
Yeah.
And the big Negan.
Yeah.
So just hold on tight.
Well, let's do Carol.
Let's do Carol, but real quick, WWE. We're not big wrestling collectors here, but I like the old school stuff. I hear a bunch of different stuff about the distribution, so maybe we'll try to dig deep and do a Action Figure Junkies
we
Talks
have
WWE.
a couple people who write wrestling articles for us when we ask for them. We're not really that much of experts. I know a lot of the old school stuff because my brother collected it, and I had a roommate in college who actually writes for us from time to time, and he usually covers some of the crazier wrestling figures. But it's really one of our
weak spots.
Shortcomings.
Yeah, shortcoming. That's the word.
It's our Evan.
It's our Evan. But what else do we have? Good.
Let's do the Carol giveaway.
All right, we'll do the Carol giveaway.
Crank into the.
Okay, so MJ is giving us his GameStop exclusive.
Hold on one sec. I just wanted to real quick. What do we got there? Can you see on the screen or? What do we got with the
With the stand, about 8 inches tall.
About 8 inches?
About 8 inches tall. So it's an impressive figure.
Feral question.
So we're gonna give away the GameStop exclusive Bloody Carol. This is the
Guts
one.
Carol.
Yeah, she comes out of the town.
Yeah, we have Sandra Butts.
Yeah.
Carol got guts.
Wow.
So get your
Let's go to Mo.
get your fingers ready. 'Cause
Bring the question up.
Here we go. What is Carol's full name? Her first and her last name. We didn't know this.
Yeah, we had
And
to look
I think
this
it's
up.
one of those things where, you got Carl, and then everybody's referred to their first names.
First one to get it in, and Forrest, watch the live stream from the beginning. We talked for about 15 minutes on Rick leaving after season 9. Our thought is, this is going to be a little rough.
Yeah.
Now, my first thought when Bob asked me this trivia question was, she has a last name?
She has a last name?
She's not like Cher.
Yeah.
Cher's this singer and actress.
Cher's last name used to be Bono.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he hit a tree?
He had a tree.
Doug, that is not correct. I don't think it's Harper.
It is not Harper.
Doug, that's a swing and a miss, my friend. But
Yes.
close.
Yes.
Appreciate you.
Yes.
The best
Now,
part
who
about
won?
this
Did
is
Doug,
just
did Doug win earlier?
no.
Doug the one who
Oh
won?
yeah, if we didn't say you can only win once.
You can only win once, guys. We're sorry.
Sorry.
We have to. We really should put that. We have to.
We
say
should
that
make
every
a
day.
screen
We'll make a
in
screen
the
for that.
beginning.
That'll be
We'll
part
put
of
that
the
up.
please stand by.
Yeah.
You got to get on your Googles when we do this.
No.
Carl Hopper?
No.
That's not
No.
right at all.
Hopper.
No.
No.
Carl.
That's the
Coral.
That's the sheriff from Stranger Things.
Yeah, Antonio Medina got it.
Antonio, nice job. Yes, her name is Carol Peltier. We're gonna go with that. Sounds
Sure.
good. Sounds French.
Peltieri.
Peltier. So that moves us.
That's coming to you. We'll ship it out tomorrow. Okay. Evan will reach out to you.
Yeah, we'll contact.
Sorry, Edgar won earlier.
Yeah, Edgar won earlier. So
bad.
again, you can only win once. But we're gonna move on to Negan here, and Ezekiel is gonna be doing the.
Yeah, he's going to the.
Yeah, I don't know. He's gonna be.
He should be right there.
He's gonna join us for the rest of his existence.
So we're going 10
He
inch,
should at least put his arms down. He might get tired.
20, 25 centimeter shaved face Negan.
Negan. So, what would you do with this? Let's say you're a Walking Dead fan. Is this going to go on the coffee table? This is going to go on your bookshelf, computer desk?
I mean, I'd leave it in the box anyway, so it's
true.
a tough one.
Mute point. I would say I would stack this with all of my graphic novels. I would have some sort of like
maybe
generic stand.
look, because they have if you have the anthologies, because there's
the
the
anthologies
books,
are great.
really nice. Maybe 4 or 5 of them. Put this sucker in the middle. That's a display.
Because I think that's part of something that a lot of us as collectors, we like to figure out, well, why do I want that and what do I want to do with it? Like we had, the guy who made the table,
Or
the TIE Fighter.
or you can have an unhealthy obsession like me, and if they make it, I have to buy it.
Yes, this is a good thing that you're not into these Walking Dead.
I almost at one point, because I like Walking Dead a lot. Well, I liked it around season 3 and 4. I almost dipped my toe in the pool, and then I started looking at all the various. Because you've got the comic book versions as well that they made.
yeah. And then we have black and white versions.
Yeah, there's black and whites, and I just went, you know what? This is one sickness. I don't, I'm already on heroin. I don't need to be on crack. You know what I mean? That's where I draw the line.
So, yeah, that was weird. Let's get into the box here. So we have the box logo come up. And by the way, junkies, if you're wondering,
You mean the shipping?
the shipper, yeah.
Yeah.
The packaging.
Packaging.
If you're wondering who these little characters are, these are our characters from the Junkieverse. And we have their names up there, and then they are our little characters that will appear somewhere on the Facebook page or on the actual website. But we're just using them to highlight the little things that we like about the packages right now. And we've actually added 2 new ones. So we saw Wi-Fi today. Is that it? Wi-Find? Wi-Find. We saw, he popped up earlier today in one of the
He's
questions.
in the questions.
What?
There are characters. What's his name?
Wi-Fi?
Wi-Fi? Wi-Fi?
Wi-Fi? Is it W-I or is it W-E?
You're getting better at this.
Yeah, you are getting better. Evan's actually getting better at
Life.
at posing figures. He bought the TIE Fighter.
Yeah, he did. All right, so let's crank in the Negan here.
All right, so I like the box a lot. It says his name, but more importantly, it actually highlights other figures that are in the line.
I like that, personally. I like to know what's going on
It also tells us how many you can, 2 poses in one. So you're going to get a little bit of a different, you can pose Michonne, you can pose Rick. You can do something different with them. There's Glenn, Daryl, Rick, and Michonne in this line. And then we also have some 7-inch figures. We got Daryl as a prisoner, and then it's highlighting the 5-inch figures. We've got Jesus, and we've got another Negan on here.
Yeah,
so
guys,
cool.
for the giveaway, you had to give the first and last name for Carol.
First and last name.
So, but we still have one more. So
Matt says, Wee-fee.
Yeah, we
nice, Weefy. So hold on, because we're giving Negan away as well.
Yeah, we're going to give Negan away, and we're going to try and put him back as best as we can.
His bestest.
Most best.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice.
Oh.
Oh, it's got a little
Yeah, a little extra
backing.
flap. A little extra flap there. Do the smell test.
Ooh,
Yeah, that's a
box.
McFarland. That's a McFarland.
That's a
figure.
McFarland. That's
Ooh.
the good stuff.
Ooh.
The bouquet on there.
Oh my God. I felt like I lost 3 brain cells.
Little lemon.
Woo!
Lucille.
Smells like paint and blood.
These guys, paint and blood. Cool. Did you know, Evan, that one of the first McFarland figures for the movie Maniacs line actually used cat blood?
Yes, you told me that before. I do remember that.
If you have an original leather face that came with the head in the bucket, that was the artist who sculpted it, and they used cat's blood on that. That is just an urban legend that I've been pushing for the last 15 years.
Forever.
Hey, if we say it, it's true. Bob.
Exactly. Because everything you've heard about me.
It's the beauty of media.
All right, so got a nice bubble pack here. We've got him tied off, which is also nice that, we've had some issues a few times trying to get some of these out.
Oh, look.
Where we've got to, cut it out. The stand is taped.
I don't love tape. I'm going to be honest. Again, shout out Entertainment Earth for giving us these. Much appreciated. But tape to me, you can't put it back. So.
Nice. There we go.
It's a nice little stand, too. It's not just like a black, cut off.
It's got some texture to it.
Little texture.
Lucille here is taped in.
Should we cut it? Or, there you go. You got it, Pop.
That.
Wow. A little bit of.
Now, this is the part.
It's got a curve.
Yeah.
To it.
It looks like he's beating a few
Yeah, it
people's
looks like a
heads
couple of people's heads.
Oh, it's also supposed to be mid-swing, too, right?
Oh, okay.
That's true.
Sure.
All right.
Evan.
Look at Evan.
Yeah, we're so proud of you.
Wow, Evan. Are you going out and reading books on the side just to try to catch up with us?
A lot of weight.
This is amazing.
Check that out. It's definitely.
Oh yeah, that's not.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. It's
Like
not
in the
flimsy.
middle of a Bee Gees
So
song.
this is. Oh, there's another hand here.
Yeah, this does have a good weight.
This is the part of a McFarland figure that, as an old employee of Suncoast Video, I used to terrify me because once you take it out of here, they used to fall just right out. And just when I mean fall out, I mean as in the pieces would fall off the characters. So I'm guessing that in the times that have passed since 1996, they've made some leaps. All right.
Oh, yeah, they got you all mixed up there.
Yeah, here, man.
Someone said I never understood why Rick kept Rick alive after he slit his throat. That was a big mistake.
I think they're talking about Negan?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know what happened in the show, but I know in the comics the idea was that he wanted to be better than Negan. He wanted to show that the people of Alexandria and the people that followed him were better than killing people.
Okay, so as faces go,
Is that head swivel? It's a sharp.
Oh yeah, and it's on a ball joint too.
Nice.
It's not just a flat kind of thing. Oh, hands move. We've got one gloved hand here in the back.
This is nice.
It's a nice figure. And
how much is what's the sucker run for?
I don't know. I've seen him so many places. We've been to mostly Toys R Us's lately.
Did you have it on the Entertainment Earth pop-up or no?
No, I did not.
Okay.
I think he's going to need that stand.
Yeah, I think he's a stand-only guy.
So, here is the better question. How do we get... look at this. Now, we can zoom in here.
It's already on.
The tilt of the bat comes off so it can go into the hand.
All right.
It can go into the hand here because I was worried we were going to have to hair dry those fingers to make them warm to get them in there. So think about that, man.
Yeah, well, that's your swing pose, and then
Yeah.
I think you can you do the behind the back? No, because the
Like this?
yeah, that's good.
Yeah, it's wow. And
Let me
then
see this sucker.
we've got holes in both
Wow.
boots, so we can fill the pegs out.
Yeah, McFarland with that detail again. I mean, that is Jeffrey Dean Morgan, guys. you can feel the texture on the pants.
Yeah, it feels like these feels like jeans. Wow. We have the gun belt with the little like the little bullet holes. Yeah, he's a lot heavier than he looks. And we've got like the flaps and the zippers on the jacket. Now they don't move, but they're there and they're raised above the jacket.
Boots, actually.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm interested to see how well he stands. But I mean, we're gonna put him on a stand.
Man, Sam and Dean's dad fell far.
Yeah.
What's that from?
Supernatural.
That's from Supernatural. Okay, because he was also the dad on Weeds, who dies in the first episode.
Yeah, he's a one season.
He's Bruce Wayne's dad.
He's
a Silk Spectre's dad.
How
many dads is this guy?
He is too big to put him on the stage.
I would love to see him as Thomas Wayne Flashpoint Batman.
I think if DC gets its house in order,
gets their act together,
and puts together, I clean that up. If they get their house in order and they actually do a Flashpoint as the first story for The Flash with Ezra Miller, I think that you cast him.
Oh yeah,
as Thomas Wayne.
I think
there's no way. We all know who Batman is.
There's no way they got him in just to be Thomas Wayne and not. Yeah. I think there's a lot we don't know.
Yeah.
Somebody said he's $78.
I'm not exactly sure, and I apologize for not actually looking it up.
We will post the link to buy him
on
Entertainment Earth in the comments.
Yes, on YouTube and on the actual site, and we posted later.
Jeremy, he was Denny's. Denny's. I'm a fat guy. Sorry. He was Denny on Grey's Anatomy. Oh, now I need a moons over my hammy.
Oh,
damn it! We're a grand slam.
That's no walking pizza.
No.
Walkabout pizza.
It's a walkabout.
Pizza.
It's a walkabout, guys.
So this is a great. Yeah, I think this is a great piece for your Walking Dead books. Maybe for your movies, your Blu-rays.
This is called the 10-inch Merciless Negan.
Yep, but you're on McFarland and they don't sell their stuff.
Well, this is at $34.99.
Oh, $34.99.
There you go, $34.99. I listen. I think if I'm paying $20-$25 for Ezekiel, I'm 34 here. I'm not complaining. 10 inches.
And let's think about it. How often are you actually going to play with a 10-inch figure like this?
No, it's a display or it's in the box.
Right. This is for an adult collector.
You're not buying it for your kid.
Yeah. I mean, I also in my head I also hear
calling it out. He's doing the.
I also hear swing away.
Yeah.
Swing away. Like the long fly ball.
Yeah,
so this is great. Yeah, this is an awesome figure, and he's kind of like, here he is looking down. Oh, look at the blood on the ground. Look at it.
I wish you could stand him back up. Like if I was going to be extremely nitpicky about it, that you could turn him and the jacket turned with him.
Yeah,
he could stand up straight.
Yeah, you could really get into his.
Evan be nitpicky?
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
But I think it's interesting, like you said, they went with a shaved.
Yeah. It's a stubbled Negan.
Yeah, it's a stubble Negan. So, yeah, no, I think this is solid. Let's do the trivia.
Let's do. All right, we're gonna give away Negan. Can only win
once today.
Here it is.
Who is Jeffrey Dean Morgan's first comic book character that he portrayed on screen? So you need to tell us what was the name of the character that he portrayed on screen that was a comic book hero first, before he did any other role. And the guy was in several comic book movies now. I think he's up to 4.
That belt out.
Yeah. And it's the belt of the jacket with the belt of like the gun belt that he's wearing. It's just fantastic.
So, and the boots are great. It's a solid, and again, it's a McFarland.
And you can see the subtle detail of blood on his jacket.
You know what? Yeah. We're gonna have to open some multiverse figures just so we can pick apart DC. Because we're not just DC. We're just always saying.
Raul Ramos said the comedian.
That is correct.
That's it, Raul.
You got yourself a Negan.
Team Evan.
And that was something that I wanted to bring up. Hasbro is the Black Series and the Marvel Legends. I think they're still a few steps down from a McFarland figure. But if you look at Mattel, some of their stuff, and the Matty Collector, I think, was getting up there. Like Matty Collector was a step up for them. Now you look at some of these DC Multiverse figures, and you're like, that's $20? Mm-hmm. I'm like, no, that's more like a $5 figure I buy at Five Below.
One day we're going to do a $20 Hasbro, a McFarlane, and a Mattel, and kind of just, open it up.
I took it off because it's part of the space.
There you go. Team Evan, we got it.
So, yeah. This is a fantastic figure. And we haven't really done a McFarland figure yet.
This is our first.
So we gave some away, and
first one.
we've got a couple here that. We've got Ezekiel going to join the family, and we definitely, we had a great 30-minute encounter or walkthrough at Toy Fair with a lot of cool things that are coming out, and I think for MJ and I, we really want the Captain Kirk and the Mr. Spock.
Oh yeah, I'm looking forward.
And as far as Evan and I are concerned, I think we really want the Star Trek phaser that they showed off. I mean, it was...
So we got to see...
Yeah, that was a replica, and we actually saw the one that made all the special sound effects and things, but we weren't allowed to video that.
Yep.
But we'll post that here if you want to check that out. It was a full walkthrough of all McFarland's, Badlands? Borderlands, Star Trek, Stranger Things.
They do the Five Nights at Freddy's figures too.
They
have
do
the
little
South Park, the build a play sets.
Yeah.
They Rick and Morty.
Yeah,
There's
a lot of detail in those.
Listen, McFarland's a really solid company,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And again, Entertainment Earth.
Yes, thank
much
you
appreciated.
so much. These figures will have links posted for both Ezekiel and Negan in the article, and we'll post them again when we post them on YouTube. But I think that's it. Are we going to do another live tomorrow?
Might. What do we got? We got something?
We got a big box of things. If you want to go...
Most of that is for a specific day.
It is? Well, no, half of that box was for a specific day. So I think we could do those... Batmans.
All right, we might do Batman busts. We'll put it up tonight.
Yeah, we're going to do some Batman busts that we got from Diamond Select.
Diamond Select, yeah.
And we got a big we got 2 boxes from Diamond Select. That's on our Instagram. So if you want to play the game of what's in the box, what's in the other box? Because one box was Batman stuff. The other box was question mark. And we're going to talk about that question mark
tomorrow
on our special day that's going to come up, I think, a week from tomorrow.
Yeah.
We're going to do a special live.
I'm giddy. It's my favorite.
It is. And we're excited.
Now they know what it is.
Because we've got some of that laying around here, and it's going to be fun to lay it all out and see. We're going to have to pull the camera back so that we can get more of this into the shot.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. What do we got coming up?
Well, we've got Predator Day coming up. We don't know if we're going to really do anything for that because we've been trying to get a hold of some NECA Predators, but we haven't had any luck.
Yeah. And send us your Predators. We're not buying them.
Yes, we'd like a Predator.
Send us your Predators.
We've got our special day coming up 2 weeks from tomorrow. So we don't really going to hype that up.
Tomorrow we'll start promoting it tomorrow.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And then we've got Jurassic Park. We've got The Incredibles. Hotel Artemis.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk about that, and then we're getting GamerCon. We got GamerCon.
Yeah, we got GamerCon. Yep. We've got too many games. We've got what's the new
Keystone.
Philly one? Keystone,
and then
New York. But that's
Keystone, New York in September and October. But immediately,
and my cousin wants us to go to Dragon Con. We got a place to stay. Yeah. We can dragon it up.
No.
That was my dragon.
Just
in case.
I've heard good and bad about Dragon Con. I just don't think we're cosplayers enough.
Yeah, but I hear the cosplay is quite fun to see.
Oh, the cosplay is, I think, some of the best that you're gonna see is at Dragon Con. So I don't know. It's not really for me. And it's over like Labor Day weekend, isn't it?
No, it's beginning of August.
We should send Evan. We'll send Evan.
Nah. We'll send Evan.
Nah. Evan, and we'll give you a costume.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Nah. You be Constable Zuvio.
Nah.
Yeah,
ooh, nice.
You might get in the 501st.
All right, we got anything else?
No, I think that's
all right. This will get posted on the website immediately. It goes right up.
And onto YouTube.
And then we'll put it up on YouTube.
Yeah.
YouTube first, then the website.
All right.
Yeah.
One more time. Throw Up Entertainment Earth. Thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Yes. They were gracious enough. They hooked us up with these McFarland figures.
Entertainment Earth. Did we say it? I think 20
Entertainment
times?
Earth. We're going to end with
what's
Entertainment Earth. So, but
we're
that's
on Earth, and this is entertainment.
Exactly.
I guess you could consider this entertainment. We do.
Exactly. Well, thank you, Junkies.
All right, and we're out.
With this one.
Boom. Are you booming us? Oh, okay.
Boom.
Boom. All right. See you guys.
Bye.